let's talk about this. The Microsoft Audio Dock came out in about October, and I haven't found any reviews on it or anything really on the tech forums, but it seems to be a competitor to the Logi Dock. So this is a speakerphone docking station that supports HDMI output. It has a USB-C video output. It has a USB-C input, a USB-A input, and the USB-C uplink cable is attached to the device and is about 3 feet long. We're going to test the microphone quality and the speaker quality of it and show you just how I have this set up for my home office. Let's get to it. Alright, so if you're like me, you're looking for a very minimal setup for your work from home. Less clutter, more productive, maybe, we'll see. But it is kind of nice just to have less clutter on your desk. So what we have is the laptop plugged into the USB-C upload port on the audio dock. Audio dock then has the USB-C out to DVI running to the monitor. And if needed, I can do 2 monitors by opening up the laptop, or with the other USB-C, we have an iPad. Plug that in, there's your third monitor using Duet Display, which is a great app and you should use it. The USB-A is plugged into our headphone DAC, and that's it. What else do you need? Do you need more USB ports? You could use you could run some more. You run a USB hub off of it or something of that nature. And of course, that is one of the drawbacks that the audio dock has compared to the Logi dock. This one only has essentially 2 ports on it, whereas the Logi dock has like 6, which, depending on your workload, or your workflow rather, that might be important to you. So yeah, that's what we got. To get us started, we're going to do a microphone test. Now, what you're currently hearing is the recording through an iPhone mini. I'm going to switch to the 3 different devices that we have set up so that you can hear the different audio quality. So from left to right, we have the Surface Laptop 3. In the middle, we have the audio dock. And then to the right, we have the AKG Lyra. So let's start with the microphone from the laptop. What you should be hearing now is the built-in microphone on the Surface Laptop 3. I've had that laptop since about 2019, and the audio quality that comes out of the built-in microphones is pretty good for a laptop. Yeah, so this is what that sounds like. Next, let's jump to the audio dock. Okay, so you should now be hearing the microphone, or what the microphone sounds like on the Microsoft Audio Dock. One thing after doing a few tests I noticed is that the audio quality is not as good as on the laptop, and it really just sounds like a speakerphone. I also found that the audio seems a little quieter, which maybe something that could be updated with software. But in terms of the quality of it, it's fine. It sounds like a speakerphone, and if you're in a meeting, really no one on the call is going to be complaining about your audio unless it's cutting out. So this is what it sounds like on the Microsoft Audio Dock. Finally, let's switch to the AKG. Okay, so you should now be hearing the microphone of the AKG Lyra. This is a dedicated microphone for recording musical instruments or singing or podcasts. So it's definitely in a league of its own, and the audio quality should sound as such. So the next test that we're going to do is the speaker test. For our speaker test, we again have 3 devices, so we're going to listen to the built-in speakers of the laptop Surface 3. We're going to listen to the audio dock, and then I have the JBL Go 2 Bluetooth speaker. We're going to start with a little bit lower
30%, move up to 50%, and then end at 80% to give an idea of how these three compare. So starting with the Surface Laptop. Moving up to 50%. And then moving up to 80%. All right, so let's hop over to the audio dock and do the same test. Move it up to 50. And then we're going to move it up to 80. All right, and last is the JBL. Moving up to 50. And moving up to 80. Just gonna cut in here real fast. Realized when putting together the video that the audio of the speaker section was cutting out a little bit. So let's just give you a little bit more of a taste of what the audio dock has in terms of audio quality. Okay, let's go over first impressions. We'll go just back through all the categories of design and I/O, microphone, and then the speaker test. And we'll kind of do like a good and bad of each, kind of a hodgepodge. So for the design and the I/O, I really like the design of the Microsoft Audio Dock, especially in a small desk space, because it measures 6 inches in length, 3 inches high, and 3 inches deep. So it works very well in a small desk space. And of course, because it's a speakerphone and a dock, you get all of that clutter off of your desk, which is great. The ports, the I/O, is enough for me. However, as we had said earlier, that could be a tick in the not so good box for anybody who needs access to SD cards or more USB ports or anything to that nature. So this could limit the user base or the individuals that are going to purchase this thing. Microphone quality. The microphone quality I personally felt is the worst out of the three. And I do wonder if it's a software thing, and maybe that's something Microsoft can do with an update. So it kind of tightens up that audio, maybe boosts it, maybe give us a gain setting for it, because it does seem like it's lower than the other ones. But the quality of it, it's passable for a speakerphone, if you will. Then the speaker quality, I like the speaker quality of it. I think it sounds really detailed. You have a good separation of your bass and your treble. It just sounds better than both the JBL and the Surface Laptop 3 speakers. I do wonder, again, with like a software update, if they can boost the levels, because the JBL tops out at like a 79 decibel rating, and this is supposed to top out at a 90 decibel rating, but it doesn't seem like it actually gets louder than the JBL. So maybe another software update. Other pieces is the mute button. It does work, but for the applications that I use, it does a physical mute on here, but it does not show on the software that you're muted. Volume up, volume down, play, pause, that all works great. The Teams button. My company doesn't use Teams, so this is kind of just a useless button for me. It makes sense because the product is designed to work for people who are using Microsoft Teams. However, I would like to see either Microsoft come out with a UC version of this, or if they can give us the ability to just remap the Teams button so we can use it with other programs, or to launch maybe a different application, something of that nature. So overall, I do like the dock. I feel like $250 is punching a little high for what it is. The $200 range is probably a little bit better for this. I paid $215 or whatever for it because it was on sale. But I do think it's a good alternative to the Logi dock, which is at like $400. That's getting a little steep if you're, yeah, for what it is. So there you have it. That is the Microsoft Audio Dock.